Hey, this is Nakia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be talking about why I chose international business and some of the experiences that went behind choosing it and why I'm now about to graduate in international business. I'm going to be talking about specifically any extracurricular activities I've done and just, how I've had really a lot of fun over the years in this college. So the question is, why did I choose international business? So for those of you who don't know, international business is a joint program at SDSU where you really are majoring not just in international business, but you're also kind of majoring in a foreign language. So for me, I chose French in Western Europe. And the reason I chose French in Western Europe specifically, because you choose French and then you choose an emphasis language too, right? So you got either Latin America, Europe, not the US, but like Northern America. So yeah. And I chose French really because of a couple of experiences that I had when I was in high school. So for one, for those of you who don't know, I took 4 years of French in high school at Marian Catholic High School. Shout out to you in Chicago Heights, Illinois. And what I ended up doing afterwards was I realized I guess that I didn't want to stop learning the language after 4 years of high school. And for one, I had learned a lot in French and I really enjoyed learning a different language that was different from mine, which was English. And then the second was really the biggest game changer. What ended up happening was I had gone on a mission trip to Guatemala. I was going on one with some people from the high school, and we were in this terminal about to go to Guatemala, and I was sitting next to somebody, and I was eavesdropping on their conversation, honestly, but he was speaking in fluent French. And it's one thing to understand a few words when you've been taking 4 years of French in high school, but it's another thing when you understand almost every single word that came out of his mouth. And that was just mind-blowing to me. And later on that same trip, when we got to Guatemala, there was a school teacher there who only spoke French, Spanish, and I think possibly German, but I don't remember exactly. But I do know that not a lot of people, most of us, almost all of us didn't speak Spanish, like very little Spanish, and I was the only one on the trip that knew French. So I was able to translate for the group to a certain extent on what she was saying. And that was really, really helpful. So after that trip, I came back home and I realized like I don't want to stop learning French. So that really pushed me into college to consider a major that focused in French, and that's how I ended up with international business with French in Western Europe, because I wanted to go into business anyway, and international business, it kind of fit. So I ended up choosing that, and I'm really happy with my decision. And another question I'm going to answer, what were my favorite courses at SDSU? Definitely the global marketing course that was taught by Professor Olson. That was definitely one of my favorite courses. I really am passionate about learning about other people's cultures and countries and just their practices from either like a food culture or just way of life. I really like learning and enjoying those perspectives, because people from different parts of the world live life differently and see the world in a different lens, and I think that's super cool and unique. And I ended up enjoying that class so much because I got to learn a lot about languages, why certain languages, I want to say, they convey different emotions, more so than other languages, or what foods that they enjoy, like why do they practice certain traditions, why is kimchi so important in South Korea. I think that was the most interesting part of the course, and just learning and understanding what different countries and ethnic groups value, and what their cultural traditions are. Everybody's from a unique cultural tradition in the world, and each of them are should be uniquely valued. Not all of them are, but they should be. And I think that class helped me to open up and understand and to try and to, I guess, market and sell products to them that they would be in need of. And I think it also gave me a really good understanding of why certain products aren't needed in certain countries, not just because of climate, but also because of what they value. And that was really, really insightful to me and helped me to learn a little bit more about where they come from and how cool that is. What extracurricular activities have you been involved with? Student groups, events, internships, etc. So I've done a lot. For one, I've been a part of All People's Church, a college movement. I've been doing that for 4 years, and that's come to a close. I've really been involved with them. I've also been involved as a treasurer for French Club, and that's coming up on 3 years. I've also been part of helped creating the first French job fair at SDSU, which was cool. We also did the first Bull Across Europe event. That was also really exciting. I also worked as a staff writer for the Daily Aztec and got to write stories on different topics around campus. And yeah, that's pretty much a lot of what I've done. I've also worked as a tutor for the IRC, the International Rescue Committee. So got to work with refugees who were studying at colleges and help them with their essays and papers. So that was fun as well. What future career plans do I have? Right now, I'm looking into getting into business journalism. I really like writing. At first, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do, and I do have other plans that I want to pursue, or that I'm in the process of pursuing, but for the short term, I think I want to go into SEO or PR, anything to do with a lot of writing and just press releases. I think that I'm leaning more towards SEO though, and I think it's because I get to do more coding, technical background, and that's something that I'm really interested in. And I also want to learn more of the Creative Cloud. I only know really one app that I really know well is Adobe Premiere Pro, and then I started learning InDesign recently, but I kind of fell off a little bit. I started learning it really like not last year but the year before, and then it just kind of fell off and I didn't really keep up with it. So just learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, more of InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator, keep getting better at Premiere Pro. That's something that I want to do, and I see myself growing in a role as a SEO strategist right now, and then taking it further and then going on from there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you really liked, again, what you saw, please hit the subscribe button down below and get more content from me. I hope this kind of clears up why I chose international business. Again, I'll probably release a longer video about that in the near future, but thank you so much for tuning in, and a special thanks to SDSU, San Diego State University, for allowing me to be part of their international business program. That was really a blessing, and I've learned so much and I've gained so many friends, and I plan on really, hopefully one day, giving back to the program that gave me the resources I needed to pursue my passions. Thank you.